Welcome. I'm Elena of Financialdemics, where I give you the tips and tools to manage your money, increase your savings and your income, and decrease your debt. And today we're going to do a 2020 goal update. Okay, so if you did not see my 2020 goals earlier this year, I will link it down below and it'll be right here. But I basically gave you 3 goals that my husband and I were working on for 2020. And of course, we set these goals before we knew the world was going to stop. But that didn't keep us from continue to work towards the goals. It just slowed down some of the goals. So the first goal we had was to continue to build on our savings so that we could purchase a home. So we were already building our savings, so that has continued. But we were supposed to aim for purchasing this home around July, August of 2020, but that unfortunately did not happen. Partly because everything was shut down for a while here. They weren't allowing you to go in to see homes. It had to be virtual visits, and your girl is not a virtual visit type of girl. Like, I need to see the nooks, the crannies, the cracks, I need to see. So that was one of the reasons why we didn't purchase. Another reason why we didn't purchase is because we were struggling for a minute in finding something that we even liked. So that kind of put a halt in our plans. Even when things started to open back up, we still are being very cautious because where we live, the numbers were very high here. And so we're still looking and we're still going through the process. It's just we haven't found that one yet. And because we're not really going out to look at different properties, it's kind of hard to find something, you know what I mean? But the market has slowed down. It's definitely not a situation like in some places where it's like things are just jumping off the market. So hopefully, in the beginning of 2021, I'm really hoping it'll happen, but we just got to find the right property. So the second goal that we had for 2020 was to help my kid in purchasing his car, however that was going to happen. Now, that did happen this summer. He had a car. It was paid in full, but unfortunately, he ended up getting into an accident. The car was totaled. And so that goal is back on the goal list. So it came off, but it's back. So that's something that we are currently in the process of doing, is looking for another vehicle for my kid. So hopefully that will be wrapped up soon. I was hoping to be wrapped up before this video, but unfortunately it's not. So that'll be something to hopefully close out the year, and that'll be done. All right, and the last goal that we had for 2020 was to put a dent in my student loans. I had this whole plan. I had this whole I had a whole series coming for y'all, and I still do. But as you know, with everything going on, I have federal student loans. So payments and interest have been on pause since March of 2020. And so I decided at that time that with everything going on and with the uncertainty, that I was going to take advantage of that pause. And so what I have been doing is I've been saving my payment on the side. So it's in an account by itself. Whenever they start back payments, which I talk about in a previous video, has been paused through January 31st, 2021 at this point. So whenever they do start back, then I plan on taking that whole chunk and throwing it on my loans, because it is going to hit principal. I don't have that much interest on my loans right now is really low. Like, I don't even think it's $100. It's very low. So that's what I decided to do. I just really didn't want to take any extra money either and put it towards my student loans at this time, because again, who would have thought that, 9 months later, we're still here. So at this time, I'm not making any extra payments on my student loans. And I'm not making the payments on my student loans since they are zeroed out at this point. So when, the world opens back up and, we're in a better place, then you'll see what I've been doing behind the scenes and actually the full plan of how I plan on doing everything. But as for now, I'm just holding on to that money. Especially, I want to be able to have that cash flow if we need it. And thank goodness we haven't needed it so far. And so it's just sitting there for now. So that's where we are when it comes to our goals. So our goals this year, can we still say, I think we could still say 1 out of 3, right? Even though we're looking for another car. Again, we did achieve that goal. This year, if you didn't achieve any of your financial goals for the year, do not feel bad. This is one of those years that is for the books, right? Whatever happens, and you just have to adjust accordingly. So I'm not disappointed. It is what it is. I will have goals for 2021. So you'll see another video coming about that. It'll probably end up being the same goals, really. But we'll be able to add on additional goal and remove off that car goal completely at the beginning of 2021. So in the comments below, let me know what goals that you worked on this year, or let me know if you didn't achieve them. And again, like I said, don't feel bad about it. This was not a normal year. So at this point, the fact that I'm still alive and healthy, I reached my financial goals. If you're still here and this video was helpful for you, please hit that thumbs up button. And if you have not subscribed already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I drop videos on a weekly basis all about budgeting, savings, paying off debt, and increasing your income. And I'll see you next week with an all new video.